What's up, guys? It's your girl Shawna, aka ShawnJ Gaming, back with another YouTube video. Today what I have for you guys is a video showcasing all the best controller and graphic settings to use in Modern Warfare 3. Now, I didn't make this video in the beta, but I did want to make sure I had this video day one for you guys, because everybody's going to be asking settings, you know, how to get the best frames if you're on PC. And even if you're on console, I can help you guys with some of those settings too. All right, so first up, obviously, like I said, input is controller. And as far as button layouts and things like that, I play on default because I have paddles on the back of my controller. Shout out aim controllers, quick plug. Make sure you guys use code ShawnJ if you cop one. So I can really only tell you guys that I turn off my vibration and tell you guys my sensitivity. Vibration is just something I never play with on because, you know, I don't want anything, you know, distracting me or causing my aim to be a little bit off. I have trigger effects off as well. It's not something you want to have on in COD. If you're playing story mode, maybe for like multiplayer, definitely turn that off. Then next up in controller settings, we have dead zone inputs. Now, this is something they added new to the game, but it allows you to be able to test, you know, if you have stick drift or something, and you can tweak your dead zone based on that. Basically, when you guys see, when I turn the testing on, as you guys can see, my sticks aren't moving. Some of your sticks will maybe pull a little bit over to the left, pull over to the right. It all depends on your controller and what you got going on. Then you guys click on the aiming tab. They actually have a new stick sensitivity thing in there. You guys can customize your stick sensitivity. This is normally, you know, you're just able to put a certain number, maybe 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Those are basically all the numbers I stay in between. But currently now there's a setting in the game where you can customize it, you know, down to the decimal. I'll go ahead and put the chart up on my screen. Shout out to Parasite. He actually tweeted this out, which, you know, helped me be able to understand it a little bit more. But basically this allows you to be able to customize your sensitivity down to like a decimal point. Currently I have my stick set at 1.30. I've been bouncing back and forth between playing like 4.4 to 6.6 range. This 1.30 is like right below a 5, but not exactly a 4.4. It's a little bit more than a 4.4. So just, you know, give you a little bit slight advantage. You really just have to tweak it. Obviously, we're gonna have custom matches. You guys can go in custom matches, shoot bots, tweak your aim. And then a majority of these settings are default, but two of the settings that I know for sure are different is make sure when you guys get on the game, you change your aim response curve type to dynamic. We've been using dynamic since Modern Warfare 2019. This is just like the go-to thing at this point. If it's not comfortable to you, I would probably try standard or dynamic. Those are the only two I would ever use. Black Ops aim assist type. I promise you, I'm literally getting comments on my old videos about my aim being unnatural, literally just because I'm using this setting. Black Ops aim assist is very sticky. It helps you lock onto people. Now, getting over to the gameplay, I do play with automatic tac sprint on. If you guys are wondering how people are maybe getting to places faster than you, try turning this setting on. Like I said, the rest of these settings in gameplay, I have them all on default. Now let's hop into these graphic settings now that we got over the controller settings. It's got me the absolute best frames in the beta, and it's going to be even better now that the game is more optimized. But yeah, I know a lot of people ask me about my monitor. I'll have it linked in the description. But I play on a 4K 144 hertz monitor. I have a 4090 graphics card, and like I said, 144 hertz is all my monitor gets. Nothing crazy, but I am just a big fan of playing in 4K. I like my game to look crispy. I like to be able to see. I know a lot of people are playing 1440p or even down to 1080. If you guys play 1080, you guys are going to get crazy frames with these settings. Really quick before we do hop to the quality settings, I did just want to go ahead and let you guys know all these settings were recommended by my PC sponsor, BR Paradox. If you guys haven't heard of him, I'll have a link in my pinned comment description below. If you guys do ever decide to get a PC or get your PC optimized, make sure you guys do go ahead and use code ShawnJ at checkout. All right, now hopping into the quality settings, these are the settings that are really gonna, you know, help you get the maximum frames. First up, for quality settings, we got that render resolution at 100. Don't ever change the setting, always leave it at 100. Then for upscale and sharpening, this is a setting that console players, you guys can do this. Make sure you guys turn on fidelity cast, and then when you guys turn it on, make sure you max it out at 100. The setting actually sharpens the game up, has it looking, you know, more crispier for you. I have my VRAM scale target at 80. All right, so let's get into the detail and texture settings. A lot of people think they need to have these detail settings on the highest settings for their game to look the best, and that is just not the case. I play on all low settings, and as you guys can see, my game looks amazing. Texture resolution is going to be low. Next setting is going to be normal. I'm just going to go ahead and breeze through these really quick because it can get really long sitting here reading through all of this. Depth of field is like a personal preference, but if you guys don't want your game blurry, please turn this setting off. Next setting low. Particle resolution could be high. This isn't a setting that it really affects anything. Bullet impact sprays, make sure you guys keep that setting on. Persistent effects on. Shader quality on low. On-demand texture streaming, make sure you guys turn this off. This is a huge thing. This setting, for some reason, whether you're on console or PC, this is a setting that you can turn off. I promise you your game will run better if you guys turn it off. Local texture streaming quality, another setting we got at low. Shadow quality, very low. Moving on to shadow and lightning, a lot of these settings, they're going to be off. As you guys see, first setting for shadow quality, we got that on very low. Next setting off. next setting off, and the next setting off. Then the static reflection quality, you guys are going to go ahead and put that at low. Then moving on to environment, for tessellation, we're going to have that on. Tray memory is going to be at minimum. Volumetric quality low. Physics quality low. Weather grid volumes low. Water quality setting, I have it on water caustics and wave wetness. And then that is going to be it for all the quality settings. For the last setting in my graphics, my FOV, I currently play on 114. FOV is a personal preference. I suggest maybe going in private match, like I said, with your sensitivity, figuring out what FOV works for you. As far as ADS field of view, make sure you guys switch this setting to affected. I think by default it's on independent. Weapon field of view wide, vehicle field of view wide, world motion blur and weapon motion blur off, 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 off. I've been telling you guys for years to turn these settings off, and I click on your streams and your streams are still blurry. Turn it off. Film grain, make sure you guys have this at 0. There's no reason you guys should want your game to look grainy. First person camera movement, I always turn that down the least. This reduces the screen shake in game. For me, I like the game perspective. I don't really like when I spectate and it's the helmet. And then this flashbang setting. Once again, this is another personal preference. But if you guys are tired of getting blinded, you can turn this off, and when you get flashed, your screen will go black instead of turning white. I had it on for a little bit, but honestly, it made me feel like my computer was crashing, so I turned it off, and I just accept the blindness now. Once again, personal preference. So besides for the settings that are personal preference, I also gave you guys all the settings that will give you guys the best frame. Settings should give you 200 plus depending on the build you have. And once again, if you guys are looking to upgrade your build, please make sure you guys check out Paradox. Whether you guys are looking for a budget build or a crazy new upgrade for this year, I promise you he'll take care of you. Hopefully you guys did find this video helpful. Make sure you guys do go ahead and drop a like and comment on this video. Subscribe to the channel for more dope content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.